Hello, everybody. This is Frankie Day Models. It's Mail Call Monday. Okay, I received two items through the mail. I got one from, I got both these from eBay. I normally don't get kits on eBay. Sometimes I do. The ones I do get are good deals, and the ones that are very vintage and old and taking advantage of a good deal. Okay, for this Thursday, this came in. This kit ain't no stranger to nobody. This is the Airfix PBY Catalina flying boat. Now I've got one Airfix one in my big stash pile in my big warehouse I have. It's the PBY, the Navy version, the first release of it. This here is a rare boxing for this kit. That's why I bought it because it's rare boxing, and the whole paint schedule they're playing is very simple. It's all white with black de-icers. It's a brand new kit. It's all sealed, factory sealed. Series 5, made in England. I presume this could be an 80s kit. Now, I've built one of these before by Airfix. It's a very nice kit, and indeed it is. It's not fully 100% accurate, and the finesse of detail compared to the Academy and the Revell and the Monogram kits. But this was the first 1/72 scale PBY that came out. At the time, these were a must grab for kit collectors and builders. Okay, now here's the color dealer of today's mail call. Oh, it is out of California to eBay. This is the RV6 Constitution. It looks like a C1. It looks like a C-74 Globemaster, but it's not. A lot of you probably seen this airplane before. But what they haven't. This is one of the transport aircraft that the United States Navy acquired along with the Martin Mars. The RV6 Constitution came out in 1946. Only two of them were built. This is the instructions. This is the Emigrant kit. Comes, I don't know where it comes from, but it's a good kit. It's all resin, and it costs about $186. It's a big airplane. It's about the size of a C-124 Globemaster. That's the only construction there is to the kit. Now, on this aircraft alone, the United States Navy acquired another transport they could use. Something's on land that can carry almost equal to that as a Mars can. And what they did, they designed this aircraft by Lockheed. But the Navy found out that these things were too expensive. The only reason why they designed this airplane in conjunction with airlines, because you remember right after the war, airlines, a lot of aircraft were turned over back to civilian. And a lot of them were used as airliners, like TWA, Pan American Airways, Eastern Airlines, all these early American airlines. And what they did, they had Navy always built. They were always sponsored by Pan American Airways system. This airplane was designed for the United States Navy and Pan American. Well, this aircraft only lasted probably about 4 or 5 years. It was in service, and they didn't need it anymore. It was too. And the problem was it was underpowered, and it cost too much to maintain. It was just too big, too huge. And they got to thinking, well, we got that Martin Mars. It's been there for a long time. We got to maybe get a couple of years out of that before we retire that because they got all these piston powered aircraft. are flying equal distance, they can land all over the world because they got airports out there they can land them. And so they scrapped the idea of use this aircraft because they had no longer need for it anymore. And they decided, okay, they turned it over to the airlines. So airlines, a lot of airline companies, they didn't want it either because they knew they had the same problem. It's too expensive to maintain, too big. And plus, they got other designs that'll supersede it even well. So that's one of these airplanes that kind of fell in, like the Princess Flying Boat, the Saunders Row 245, 245 Princess Flying Boat, like my big one here. I gotta get that thing done. That thing's about ready to do some painting this year, so I'll probably have a final deal for that since I'm talking about the Princess. But anyway, it's an aircraft that's become victim of its time. That's about the best way to put it. It fell victim of its time. Only two of them were used, and a lot of them were just scrapped after that. The only history of them is then there's some in Wikipedia on your computer, or if you got Jane's fighting ships or fighting aircraft and stuff like this, or publications, you find stuff like that. But these airplanes are very rare, and they look like a C-124 Globemaster, but they're not. Like I say, here's the instructions I give you to the kit. A lot of you probably seen this airplane before, and a lot of you haven't. The ones you haven't, I'll try to educate you the best way I can on this thing. Now all this bubble wrap right here was a good idea. They keep the airplane actually in good shape, keep it from things bouncing around. They give two decals there exactly precisely the same. You got one on the port side, one on the starboard. These Ambergrandt kits are not too bad. I like them. This baggie here consists of the vertical stabilizer. You can see how big my hand is? You can imagine how big this bottle is going to be. Consists of two horizontal stabilizers and one vertical stabilizer. You get a bag in here for undercarriage and all the parts. A lot of parts in there. Well, the baggies here consists of parts to build the airplane. More bubble wrap as follows. Now here is something very nice. It's a very beautiful touch. You got your flight deck and also your cargo deck. You got all those seats right there. So I don't have a clue what color these seats were or the interior of this airplane, but I will find it. I will find information on it and I will reveal it to you. This resin plastic is pretty good stuff. But it's not as forgiving as plastic. You gotta be careful. You want to move stuff, but snap on you because it's very brittle. Use very, very hot water. Hot water. Actually, take boiling water. Take boiling water, pour it in the pan, and take the part and set it there. It'll soften up, then you'll be able to lay it on a flat surface and let it cool. It'll straighten itself out. They use hot water. Oh, day, Lord. Okay, guys, you guys are really in for a treat now. You're going to see the full Monty scale of this thing. Oh, beautiful tongue and groove there. Wrong side, right? Wrong side, buddy boy. You need this fuselage half. I'm putting all the stuff in anyway. Might as well lay the stuff out. Where was I? Yeah, here it is. That's the fuselage. That's how big my hand is. You got resin right there. You got a lot of flash on there. That flash has got to be moved, cut, filed down real nice, soft, You got it right here, like tongue groove right there. It fits in. That's how big it is. It's 1/72 scale. The RV6 was a big airplane. It's about the size of a C-124 Globemaster. Wingspan was 100, what, 67 feet, 174 feet? No, 184 feet. These kits are very simple to put together, but it takes a lot of preparation because they give you something to do. They're not going to give you something simple to go ahead and glue together and that's it. There's work involved, cleanup. You can see all the flash around these one of these portholes, around his airports here on the windows. They got to be cleaned out. Also, this flash here, stuff like this has got to be cleaned out. You guys understand? You guys know. The landing gear detail on this thing is pretty good. It's all boxed in, as you can see. So they got a flash right here. It's got to be removed. Don't take much effort to move that. These big old marks right here, these got to be actually going to be filed out. And resin file is very easy. It's very friendly when it comes to sanding. And this empennage in the rear fuselage section is like a tongue groove. It'll slide in like so. That's how big it is. You haven't seen nothing yet. Like the great Al Jolson used to say, folks, you haven't seen nothing yet. Now the wings. And they give you the double-decker fuselage. Up the top deck, we got up here, you got more seats here. And more, you got a galley right there. That's a galley there. That's a stove right there. Where they prepare meals there for the passengers. Here's the wing. And you got these little alignment pegs on here. They go in like so. So you can imagine how big this thing is. Now, here's a tip. This is the second Ammogram kit I've ever bought. Actually, truthfully, it's the third. I bought two C-124 Globemasters. I still got the first one. I made a video on that one. Also made I made two videos of it. I made the first one and the second one. I learned from the first video that I made, even owning the kit, there's something I don't like about the model. The wings droop down like this. It looked like a big old mother chicken with the wings spread out. It's like a B-52, all bowed at the end of the wingtips. They were coming down. And I don't like it. It was a warp in the wing. So to remove warp in the wing, what you got to do is get some styrene spars you can make out of styrene. You can find these styrene strips, real thick styrene, and you glue it right inside here. Make sure that they're high enough to clear it. They're high enough to be able to touch the top of the wing of this airplane and the bottom wing. You got to what I'm trying to say is, guys, you got to put a spar inside this thing. You can make it out of styrene, and that spar will keep that tip from warping. Now, right now, you carefully look at the leading edge. There's a little slight warp to that thing. Right here. So it goes up. Now, when I put that spar in there, it'll bring it back up. There's landing gear well. The undercarriage of this thing is kind of queer. In a way it's not, in the way it is. It's a bogey system. It's like that of the of my beautiful Hawker Sydney Nimrod has bogey landing gear on it, and they're all in the kit here, that bag. So I got the wings here. So I showed you how big this thing is. Got the rest of the fuselage sections here, the top wing. Oh yeah. So you got two flight decks here to give you. This is here's your flight deck or cargo deck here, probably be on it. And right up here would be your extension of the same. It's got two galleys. There's a galley right there. It's not the loo, it's the galley. Those are your burners right there for your stoves. What they do is you can see them how they walk around this way and get the food and walk out and go this way and serve the customers, serve the passengers. This airplane is very slow in flight, so I imagine it spends a lot of hours. Yeah, that's very nice. I like this. The RV6, Lockheed RV6 Constitution. Inside this bag, like I say, is the first thing I pulled out. You got all your clear transparencies in there. And there's your undercarriage legs, aren't they? I'm surprised they give you. Yes, that is your undercarriage. Has to be. Yes, it is. Get that bogey type landing gear. Your nest hells and everything. It's all that bag right there. Yeah, that's your bogey wheels. I can see them. I assume you guys did a good treat out of this. You know, this just arrived today. When I'm home, your mailman usually knocks my door when I have a package. I got a big, huge mailbox up there. Sometimes they put it inside the mailbox. And a lot of them leave it at the door, and they come in and to let me know you got a package out there, which is nice. You're very courteous of doing that because not anybody has interest in taking a model out here. Somebody just like to steal something like that, and you never get it back again. A lot of dishonesty nowadays in this country. A lot of dishonesty. So it's very nice that mailman knocked them like that. Okay, guys, this is the conclusion of Mail Call Monday. I don't have a clue when I'm going to start on this. I might. I don't want to get too interested in doing it because But now I'm in love with the Ark Royal. And I'm going to try to get her done before I do anything. But I got a lot of stuff I got to finish up on. I get a nice day like this. Be a good day to take a hell diver out there, take some pictures, get the final reveal, get that done and over with. And it came out pretty good. That SV2C did. Real nice box thing. If it just snaps together. That's funny. You get something so big like that, it goes in a box this size, but you can tell it comes in segments. That's why they put it in the box. That's how my Globemaster came in. So I got two today. I got two more coming in. That'd be another mail call day. I'll just keep adding mustache, guys. I got a lot of work to do. Okay, that's it. Two videos one day ain't too bad for no salt. My brother right now, I got to pick him up after a while. He's going to give me a call. He's undergoing his second chemotherapy. Boy, he's really shaped up pretty good now. He's starting to put on weight now. He's eating good. And he's coming along all right. The VA, they take care of us pretty good out there. Look, like I say, they relish us as if we're gods, you know. They know if it wasn't for us, they'd be a lampshade. They know that. But as a veteran, personally, as a veteran, I'm a Vietnam vet. I didn't ask for this crummy war. Like all men do, chin up, chest out, step up the podium, go in like a man, do your job, and come out. I did beyond that. I joined and I stayed in, retired from it, and wonderful, wonderful days. Okay, just rambling. Okay, this is a conclusion of Milk Call Monday, and like I said, 2 videos one day ain't too bad. So I did pretty good. I got more work to do in Ark Royal. I'm gonna go ahead and start, finish up my railings. So I got 3 more. I have 3 more of these deck bays that I got to be photo etched on there. Like I said before in the last video, apply that tube glue. Just not a bunch, just a little small bead, and it'll stick. It really will. You got to have something to stick that'll keep it settled. But like I say, everybody knows when you put cryolite glue there, it's at the rail, it's going to come over, and you're going to straighten it out. It may seize up real quick like that. You can bend it. You try to straighten it out, but with that tube glue, you got workability with it. It's still adhesion sticking on there. And when it dries up, you take your cryolite glue, just want not a generous bead, but it's a small bead there to seal it in there. Ain't going nowhere. It got the job done without frustration. So I got 3 of these bays I got to complete. Then I'm going to bring up. I'm going to start working on the guns, the armament. I got pom poms on there, a bunch of other guns on there, and I also learned that I got more decking coming out the hull where the boat crane goes on. So I got a lot of work to do. So I've been on this thing now for about 5 days. And that's how far I got on the Ark Royal in 5 days. So I'll try another video of that coming up probably 3 days from now. So I probably got something else coming before that. Be the Helldiver, one of them. It's got to be. And yeah. I was thinking about finishing this one up too. This is the Airfix HMS Suffolk on the 600 scale. I'm going to go ahead and apply that light gray on the hull, make that waterline. Got some wine type of anti-fouling paint I put on there. And I'm going to go ahead and tear these masts off, and I'm going to use brass rod for that. Gives us strength. No, these things are too flimsy. That's the only thing bad about this kit is it's the flimsiness of it, of these masts. This is a nice kit. I can do a good job on that decking right there. Using the pencil method. It brings up the grains real good. Such a small scale, you will make it look real nice. This thing is very heavy. It's got a lot of weight in there. I wonder if there's anything else. Oh yes, I'm going to show you this. I don't know if I told you guys this. I'll tell you right now. My sister-in-law and my 2 nephews came out all the way from California to see me and my brother. They're here yesterday, and they're here last Saturday. They came in Saturday, had a big old dinner. I got my family album. Pictures that I have, as pictures that I haven't seen before, and got pictures of me in there, my mom, my dad. My dad was an old sailor. He fought during World War One, World War II in Korea. And that's my dad right there. It's the original Popeye the Sailor. That was on my sailboat I used to have. And I got a couple pictures of me here when I was in the Navy. Okay, I want to show you guys something here. This is me with my 6th child. I was 38 years old. This picture, Picture of me right there. Not the same fella, huh, guys? Not the same fella. And I got a Navy picture of me somewhere in here. Maybe back here. Here's me. That's me right there. And that's me shaking hands with the old man, the captain. He gave me an award because, not an award, but he gave me a handshake and a thank you. I saved this guy's life one time. Let me tell you the story. I got nothing but time, fellas. Ain't going nowhere. So you lend me your ears, I'll tell you the story. I was aboard the USS Guadalupe, AO-32, fleet order, like this here. And all the way top, from the well deck up the top is 176 feet up, tall. And every time we come back from Westpac, we go in the yard. You got the side cleaners down there cleaning the bottom of your hull and the side. The first division and second division are on the main deck only, slushing down all vane guides and all of your halyards, all your fair leads, your gypsy heads, all the way up top to the cross beams. You got to make sure all that cable is with grease. You go up top, you hang on there with a bosun's chair, and you got this big old 5-gallon bucket of grease, and you're slushing all these lines because they keep those lines good lube because you're using them all the time. They're all cable. And the plan of the day is you get on top of the deck. It's called plan of the day in quarters. You got a quarter, you stand up, your division petty officer, your division officer comes up to you. And your chief postmate comes up to you and says, okay, shitbirds, this is the plan of the day. You go aloft, I want you to slash top of that king post, fair lead up there, all the way down to the jump head of that windlass. And they go, okay, Frank? So yes, sir, chief. And he goes, go in the goddamn feet plate gear lock to get out the deck collar. I want this deck all chipped out. I want it red leaded and prepared for a deck raid tomorrow. Got it? I got you, chief. All of a sudden, he looks up and goes, you goddamn jellyhead, how come you guys ain't up there yet? What's wrong with you? I can't. I'm scared, chief. What do you mean you're scared? And he goes, I can't go up any higher. This guy was scared of heights. He froze. So I said, well, hell, maybe, because I just came out of boot camp when this happened. And I said, maybe I'll get off the watch bell if I'd be able to go out aloft. I'm not scared of heights. Shoot, I used to build tree houses when I was young. I went all the way aloft. I went up there to the chief. I'll give him down. And he says, I'll go in there and get a bosun's chair. I'll take it up. I'll hook up that tie line above that king post. And I'll bring it down. I'll lower him down. And I'll come down too. So I ran through the bosun's chair on top of my darn back. Climbed all the way up to the top. I went up, hooked up the bosun's chair up to the eye of the cross of your cross, what do you call it, cross tree, the king post. Lowered myself down. Say, okay, buddy, you're in trouble. I said, get in this, be back. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me, guys. I don't mean that intrusion right there. My brother called. He's ready for me to pick him up chemotherapy. Anyway, I'm going to finish the story. I went out there, lowered down the king post. I came down. The chief said, that was a brave thing you did. He said, heights don't scare you? I said, no. He said, put that deck collar away so you're off the watch bill. So I got off the watch bill and he gave me a good job. Went down to the paint locker and I was doing red leading all day long. I didn't have to worry about staying. No after steering watches, no bridge watches, no lee helm watches, no helm watches, no forecastle watches, no nothing. And the captain heard about that. That's from that picture right there. And he goes, seaman first class day reports to the captain's quarters immediately. I thought I was in trouble. Oh shit! Everybody's going, goddamn, Frank, you're in trouble. Went up topside, knocked on the stateroom door. He says, enter. Went there and took my Dixie cap off, put it inside my shirt. I said, set attention. He goes, keep on standing like that, you're going to pull a muscle. And he goes, I want your blues on in a few minutes. So I got out of my dungarees. So what the hell am I going to put my blues on for? That's a dress uniform. So I went down there in my apartment, got my dungarees off and everything. I put it inside my ditty bag inside my locker. Because I'll put them on after I get done. So I guess he had a ward going on for me and another guy right there. He was a snipe. I think he was an engineer in the black gang. I think he saved somebody's life in my boiler or something. I don't know. When I got up there, he was there with me. I says, "Man, what's all the stuff with our dress blues for?" He said, "Man, we're being congratulated." For what? And he says, "Well, this guy, I got a BT right there, I got a boiler tender right there. He lit the boiler the wrong way and it almost blew out the whole thing. I saw it blew out the bottom of the fire sides of the boiler. I committed that. And I got committed for that. And here I am. This is I told him my story. And in the end, the captain came like, "That's okay." He said, "I want to thank you guys very much for what you've done. That was very heroic." I says, "For what, sir?" He says, "For you getting that guy down like that." Well, sir, anybody would have done that. He said, "The guy shouldn't have had no business being up there anyway." So you're right. He's mess cooking. And so that guy could have killed himself. So that was a very special thing for me in my heart. I said, "My God, I did something." It was nothing. So I guess nothing turns into goodness. So anyway, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. That's how it was. I got to pick up my brother. Look, I want to thank everybody out there for your wonderful ears, listening to my stories and listening to my chatter all the time. I know I talk a lot, but it's show business, boys. Like William Shakespeare said, the world's a stage, my friend. The world's a stage. And I don't mind being the center guy of it. Anyway, so make a long story short, catch you guys in the next video. It'll be the final reveal for that SP2C hell diver. I gotta get her photograph. She needs a picture bad. You guys need to see it, man. So that'll be the next video coming up, and I've got the Ark World coming up in a couple of days. On the RV6 Constitution for Mail Call Monday, I don't know when I'll start on that. I ain't no rush. So I'm sticking to the Ark World for a while, and I'll probably bounce around some other things and finish things up. Keep the ball bouncing. Okay, this is Frankie Day, ready to bounce out of here. I gotta go to the VA, pick up my brother. He's doing good. He came out of chemotherapy. And again, I'd like to thank everybody for your wonderful candor, your wonderful prayers, everything for my brother and myself. My family, California, came out here. They're going back, went to Cincinnati, Ohio, to the airport out there, and pick up a plane to go back home to California. And they were kind of concerned about me living in here like that. And I says, "Well, guys, not gonna be here very long. I got a place now." So slowly but surely, I'm moving stuff out of here. So I've been back and forth from West Carrollton, where my main warehouse at, emptying everything out of there, put it in that house there. So keep me from paying $250 a month for storage storage fees. So I'm so happy. I want to get that place, and I'll have the grand tour of the house and everything, guys. Get out of this darn crackerjack box I'm living in. Okay, I'm out of here. Have a wonderful day. It's a good day to fire up the grill. It's beautiful. Make mama happy. Take care of the little ones. Say your prayers. Stay focused when you drive. Spend wisely. Be aware of your surroundings. Get yourself a kick. You kick crazy, like Stu says. And enjoy life, children. Enjoy life, because life is wonderful. And everything is made for the living. Enjoy yourself. Please say your prayers, and God bless you all. I love you, fellas, and God bless you. This is Frankie Day signing off for Frankie Day Models. We'll catch you on the next video, boys.